I didn't just have a dangerous defect, meaning I couldn't drive the van. I had some broken parts, some big problems, a door that wouldn't shut, and also a drink driving incident, which was really ugly and very costly, but it isn't what you think. Some big expenses coming at a really bad time. Is there ever a good time for a big expense? January is said to be the most depressing month of the year. People have overspent and overindulged, but we are not all that fortunate. We might have overspent in December, but there's some people who didn't have the money in the first place to overspend. In some of my spare time, as well as spending far too much money on creating this YouTube channel, I actually do some volunteering work. And it was just before Christmas that I was going out, and as I was driving away, I heard a big clunk from a suspension, and I thought, that isn't going to be very good. But a few hours later, after I'd been concerned about what particular cost that might be to my van, I was delivering some hampers, some Christmas hampers, a couple of days before Christmas for people who are far less fortunate. And as I was delivering one of these hampers to a family, I said to them, I hope you have a lovely Christmas. And the response I got back was, we will do our best. I walked away, turned away, and I was in floods of tears. It upset me so much that they didn't even know that they were going to be able to enjoy this wonderful time of the year, and it really did touch me. And an hour or so later, I was concerned about my van might have been damaged, and now I'm faced in a situation where this poor family wasn't even enjoying the Christmas. It really did put things into perspective and actually made me think, do I really need a new van, or is the one that I've got going to be good enough? I have talked about that in the before, and you don't need a bells and whistles van. You don't need the brand new T7, T6.1 or California or whatever it may be. You can still enjoy your van life in whatever you've got. It did actually make me think that, really, is it all that important that I do get a new van? Well, actually, with what happened next, I started to begin to think that I should, not necessarily new, but maybe I should change it. And again, coincidentally, a couple of days later, I didn't really want to drive my van because obviously I thought that something was wrong with the rear suspension, but I needed to go out again, coincidentally, doing some more volunteering work. And when I actually loaded the van up, we'd unloaded it, and then when I needed to actually shut the door, this very sliding door here, it was just jammed and it wouldn't shut. I actually had to force it shut, but because the MOT was coming up just after the new year, I thought, well, I might as well wait, and I was just very careful and didn't actually open it. Quite lucky though, actually, with it being a twin slider, because I could just access the side of the van from the other side. So a few days passed and it was time to take it for its MOT. So I took it to Colebrook Transporters, transporter specialist around Plymouth, which I have shown on the channel before and will be coming on again with a fantastic van, a really special project which they're currently building. So I took it down for its MOT, kept my fingers crossed and hoped for the best. So a little bit later on that day, I got the phone call. Sir, unfortunately, we've got some bad news for you. Your van has actually got dangerous defects, which means it can't be taken away from the MOT station until they are fixed. Oh, it's also got major defects. Oh, and also your sliding door isn't a cheap fix after all, and your spring at the rear, which you thought had broken, has actually broken. So, sir, it's actually going to be a really expensive job for you. Fantastic. So let's go through a few of the things which they mentioned, because there's a great big list of them. Well, here we go. So, refusal of MOT test certificate, fail. Do not drive until repaired, dangerous defects, exhaust shield missing. So that was a fail, which meant I couldn't drive it away. Then we had the major defects. So not dangerous, but still major. Suspension arm, ball joint, dust cover. Near side, same for the off side. Anti-roll bar, leakage ball, dust joint cover, leaks. So again, not very good. And also on the other side. And then we've got the coil spring as well. So we then have the invoice list. So we've got two parts. We've got more than two parts. Front ball joint, 2. Springs, drop link, heat shield. And then we've got the other part for the door, which I'll come on to in a moment. So the suspension, well, I wasn't particularly budgeting for suspension, certainly not, although I did think that it had actually gone. Certainly not got the money for that nice plush suspension upgrade, which would be fantastic. But if I ain't got the money, then I can't do it. So it was just going to be a case of replacing like for like. So as far as the door was concerned, this did need the new roller on the bottom, the roller guide, which in total, including labour, was £300. So the total bill for all this came to £1,110.44. And yes, that was actually paid. And I've got the invoice there and the credit card receipt. Yes, because I did have to pay by credit card because I haven't got the money for it. And yes, I did pay the full price. Before some of you start saying I didn't get any special treatment, no special discounts. In fact, I didn't get any discount at all. I'm just a normal paying customer. Everybody thinks that us as YouTubers do actually get everything for free. We get everything discounted, but that just isn't the case. This price, which I've paid for this, would be the same price for you to go in there. I do actually run this channel at a loss, which I have mentioned before. I've not got any sponsorships. A lot of us smaller channels do run these at a loss, but we do them for different reasons. I mean, mental health was one of the reasons which I started doing it when I started to do this channel in the COVID lockdowns. Other people have started similar and they've been doing the same. It's nice to be able to get out and do these videos. And also, I do know that although financially I might not be massively benefiting myself, but I do know that I've helped a lot of you. The reason I know that is because you've come up to me and you've told me that. You've said you've actually helped me in whatever it might be. And to me, that means a lot. Now, as you can see, the van has actually been cleaned. Since its MOT, it has been cleaned, and it now means I can put one of my stickers on. Yeah, believe it or not, I've got my Staycation lifestyle stickers, and I've not actually put one on my van yet, so I'm going to pop round and put one on in a second. Because the van was cleaned actually by clarified detailing. And I say that reaching in my pocket because we actually had a meet the other day, clarified detailing supplies, and he gave me a sticker, and I said I'm not going to put it on my van now because I've not even got my own on, so I want to put my own on first. But clarified detailing supplies are going to be coming to a video soon, and that really is going to be extremely fun. Not just detailing products, there's a lot more to it as well. Hot Wheels, Scalextric, food and drink. There's a lot in that one, so do look out for that. And if you want one of these stickers and you do see me around, then do ask me. Although it was a little bit embarrassing the other day when he was actually giving out these. I didn't actually have any of these myself, but I am going to keep a stock in the van, so if you see me out and about, then by all means ask me for a sticker and I'll let you have one. Anyway, I do digress. I do like to talk, as you might well know. And on to drinking and driving. Well, we all know drinking and driving is completely forbidden. Something you should not do by any accounts at all. And I'm not actually talking about drinking and driving as far as alcohol is concerned. I'm talking about drinking and driving with coffee. I had a nasty accident with this. And as you can see on this cup here, it's got these ridges, and I'm not even meant to open that. But I was traveling along these lovely plush roads which we've got in the UK. They're not at all, are they? They're full of humps and bumps and potholes and things. So I'm going over it. I've just picked my cup up off the dashboard, put it towards my mouth, and I've gone over a bump, and bang, that's gone into my mouth. And that tooth there, it's knocked it completely clean out. Absolutely smashed it to bits. The force which it's hit my tooth on, I was absolutely mortified. I couldn't believe it. Can you imagine losing one of your front teeth? Not ideal, certainly not ideal. So I've gone to the dentist, got an emergency appointment at the dentist, and I'm even more horrified. The cost to actually fix it properly, because I've had it done, but it's just temporary. This could actually fall out at any day, any moment in time. When I'm eating something, it could just completely take it out. The cost between £1,750 and £3,600 to fix it. It is horrendous. So I'm just hoping that I can hold out as long as possible without it actually coming out, so I can actually build up a little bit of money so I can afford to have it done properly. I don't want a temporary job. I need it to be done properly. I've got a day job as well, and actually having missing teeth isn't really going to be going down too well. So I definitely have to get that job done properly. Now, vans are expensive, and life in general is very expensive, but it's also very, very short. We need to get out there and enjoy life as much as we can. Enjoy the great outdoors. Enjoy the journey. There's some fantastic places to go to. And you might have seen in my recent video about my bucket list, great places, not only in the UK, but overseas as well. And you can see that video here. And if you've not got a camper van and you want to build one, but you've not got a great amount of money, then you can have a look at that video here. Thanks for watching, take care, and I hope to see you soon.